All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Hunter Hunter. Episode
86.
86. Oh my gosh. So
Yeah.
the last episode was just a bombshell of a plot twist.
Just a bit.
Chimera ants
bit.
are way stronger than we could have let on.
Yeah.
Or understood even.
Or at least
And
this one is.
yeah, Neferpitou is strong enough to one-shot Kite.
Mm-hmm.
And while we have Netero's squad on the way,
Yes.
and they're basically here, we get the vibe that even though it's not about aura strength dictating
Right.
who wins a fight, which I think is cool, the
Yep.
Chimera ants
That's
are
great
a
they brought that
threat that's like serious.
Yeah.
Especially if we go with this kind of power scaling, this assumes that while the Royal Guard will all be strong, Neferpitou could be an outlier amongst the Royal Guard.
That's possible.
But
and it's
the
not all
king-
based on power, but
Yes,
the king is going
is going to be stupid strong. So I'm terrified.
Me too.
Gon and Killua are going to train with some assassins. They encountered Netero's group, which had Morel and Nov, right?
Nov, yeah.
Nov,
Yeah.
yeah. I like those guys. I think those
Yeah.
characters seemed like quality hunters. Like, I really
Right.
enjoyed the dialogue that they had with Killua.
Yeah, that was a great way to introduce them and build them up, since it's like, okay, we know that they're powerful, but like, where's the personality to them, that'll make us really care about them.
Yeah, and also some of them had like a lot of philosophy to pass on to Killua about
Yeah.
how to think about this whole thing going forward. And I think because they're being introduced now, they're not going to be just for a small amount of time. They're here to stay. Like, this is when the bigger
Let's
conflict.
hope so, anyways.
Well, no, I think this is where the bigger conflict overall kind of
starts.
gets ramped up towards.
Which makes sense, because this is the point where Gon and Killua have been sort of moved out of the story.
Right, and they're
At
going
least
to
for
go.
now.
They're going to go train, but we have to talk about Gon's belief that Kite is alive.
Kite's still alive, yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it in the discussion in the previous episode, but still, this is a problem because
Not necessarily, but probably.
He's got a hopeful amount of denial. Like it's
Right,
hope
like-
and denial in some mix,
Yeah.
and we don't know which percentage of which it is. So, Gon, buddy, please open up to Killua if you can soon, because I'm worried for him. So
You guys are going to need each other in what's to come, because...
Yeah. All right, guys, this is going to be exciting. So without further ado, let's get into this. All right, guys, we're going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Yeah, sure he is.
Uh-huh.
Kill. Oh my gosh.
Just keep power friendshipping your way through this. And yeah, it'll work.
The sarcasm is strong, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we can't watch the opening yet,
But we
the
can watch
ending.
the ending on this
Yes,
episode.
yes. So that's going to be good. I'm guessing it's because of what happened in the previous episode.
What happened in the previous episode, and possibly maybe the introduction of the assassin characters or something.
Sure. And if they start any training and stuff,
Exactly.
one of the things that we didn't see in the previous opening with Greed Island was Killua's Hatsu technique with his lightning.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they didn't.
That was
they
one of
didn't
the
use
things-
it too much.
Well, I know, but that was one of the things that we were being protected from, spoiler-wise, by not watching that opening.
Yeah.
There was also the team up with Hisoka that
Yes.
happened, so maybe there's something here that's going to be an unlikely alliance. Maybe some
Possibly.
Chimera ants will join, like them, like you love cults so much. I think that's I think it's a really dumb theory, but like, hey, we can hope, right?
It's just one of those things where I want to see the Chimera ants go like Sith Order, and start like killing off the weaklings.
Okay,
Like-
I think we have to wait until the king arrives for any kind of dramatic change like that.
Yeah. And even then, probably not.
All right, let's bring this up. All right, cool. Back in the city.
Gotta beat the assassins.
Yep. It's interesting. He called it a condition, which like a
Right.
vow and everything
Yeah,
with
with
Ned.
Ned and all that. Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
And Netero gave them to
Cool.
him so that the assassins don't just kill them when they show up. Right.
If for some reason though it was like the Zoldycks,
that would be really funny. I would be like, oh my gosh, the irony.
But if they did,
they go to the little board here.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my. Her aura. It's very chaotic and just...
Okay.
No, of course not.
Not really.
It's just her appearance and just general aura of a killer that
she's making me think like...
Okay, yeah.
All right.
So you're not as strong as Nav.
Right.
It's funny, Nav is so like straight-laced with the suit and tie and everything, and yet... Yeah, the one with the suit, yeah.
She really likes her sugar.
Yeah, nothing like you. Yeah, this is weird.
All right. Okay.
So she's lonely?
I guess. Oh, yeah.
Aww.
Of course he doesn't know anything about it. Because you're so, sneaky.
It's a very unique voice acting ability to make her sound like this, and...
Yeah, I was gonna say...
Oh, unless they can beat you.
Right.
Oh. Oh, I actually kind of feel sorry for her now.
Yeah. That
she beat you.
She beats them.
Yeah.
Where's
we
the
get
other
it.
assassin?
We get it. You really like your teacher. Yeah. Who are they?
Oh, those might actually be the assassins.
Oh. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause she made it overflow. Yeah.
Well, and she does seem to be a very straightforward type of individual.
Yeah, I thought it would be them, but knuckle and
that's
shoot.
right. Yeah, they told us the names, or the aliases at least, of the assassins.
Oh, okay.
So she's supposed to train them.
Ah, gotcha.
So many conditions. Okay.
Clever. Good. Building him up here.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Okay.
Oh my gosh. That design.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay.
They're all like, the hell is this guy doing? I love it.
He's a fantastic assassin.
He's not saying he's an assassin.
No, but But the other people said that he was an assassin.
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah. Kill him. Even if he said where, I wouldn't go. Right. Oh, shoot.
Nice.
So they don't know their kids. They don't know anything.
cool. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, because
Well,
it doesn't matter what the strength
right.
is. It's about
What was that close-up of
outthinking
the
them.
waitress, though? That seemed suspicious.
well said.
What if those two weren't actually the assassins? They were just dummies to basically be scapegoats for being the assassins.
Maybe, but
I mean, it's probably
I'd say
not that,
no,
but-
no. Yeah.
All right, master the basics, yeah. And right.
More just go over the basics.
Sure.
Hey, that's 50%. That is true. That might be the same waitress going back and forth and spying on them. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That is a good point. You won't know the abilities of the Chimera ants.
He's thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Kill is not thinking about that because he knows Kite must
Kite's
be dead.
dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, focus on the here and now, gone.
Right. That's all the time in the world.
That's too long.
Yeah. Wait. That sounded like Bisky.
Yeah, it did sound like Bisky. Yes!
Yes!
All right. I love it. Of course.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. If Bisky gets back to teaching
Yes.
them, I'm so excited. Oh, her power. Dang. No.
But yes, they brought back Bisky.
I know. I'm so excited. Oh, Netero.
Okay.
Ooh. You won't defeat them after a week.
Maybe Bisky can help him come to terms with the fact that Kite's dead.
Oh, yeah, because Bisky doesn't know about this whole situation. Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Preserving the body.
What the heck? That's Kite.
Right. Wait.
Hold up.
But the head was taken off, so...
I don't know, Jacob. I'm confused. Oz. Ha!
Wow. Okay.
That's it? We just sit here? Oh my
All
gosh.
right.
Jeez.
Her little laugh.
Right? They probably are like, yeah, we can't really keep going.
Right. Wow. Okay.
Would it be smart then to like have intervals of like kind of regenerating before going back?
But he can't deny the cuteness of the doggy.
Yep.
Oh, it took a dump.
Yeah, and he was
Cleaning
cleaning
it
it
up.
up.
Yeah.
Only natural. Oh,
Nice.
Good, good. Let's give them a soothing, relaxing massage.
Right.
Massage, massage, massage. Wow, this transformation sequence, though.
Yeah. Cookie-chan. Wait. Music?
With music?
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Nice.
That's awesome. Okay.
Okay.
Was that a threat? I love how straightforward Bisky is.
Yeah.
Just, was that a threat? Like, I just want to know if it was, you know?
So she's an enhancer, but she's able to learn all this stuff about
Yeah,
them.
tell them that. It'll motivate them.
Exactly.
That's actually a really genius idea. They will be literally training
Uh-huh.
at the threat of their lives.
Right.
Oh, right, because her power seems to be divining knowledge.
Right, but somehow she's an enhancer.
Yeah. So that's the real question, right? Like,
She's like, he's taking this extraordinarily well.
wait a minute. Is she crushing on Gone?
Possibly because he's trying so hard to get her to NGL
Yeah.
where Nav is.
Yeah. Oh, right. You should probably be pretty good at that. Oh, so there are analysts in the background.
Gotcha.
Like, gotcha.
Okay.
So he's on a timetable too.
Yeah.
What is he doing? Whoa!
Cool.
Whoa! Stronger than Netero?
All right.
Surely you jest.
And if that's just one of...
Right.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha. So there are other stronger Nen users.
Gotcha.
Because he's old.
Sure. But...
I like his, like, humility. you know? The tears. Growing old is no fun.
But his thing is that he probably is so dang good at fighting. Like, just the tactics and everything.
That's smart. Yeah. They're here to kill the queen before she can do anything. Whoa.
So lure her out and Neferpitou out and only, and then take her out, all three of you. Because then their single point of protection is gone.
Oh.
All right.
Awesome. That's what I was hoping they would do.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, all right.
Oh wait, so he conjures it for Morel.
Or maybe he has like like portals of extra dimensional space or something.
That is a massive pipe.
Yeah.
Oh, I am very curious right now. Little scouts.
Yeah. Cool.
Now, can Neferpitou sense any of this?
They're using the bunnies maybe to lure her out.
What? Who is this? That voice actually sounds like Kite's, though. No.
No, okay.
No, it's not. No. Oh, one of the new royal guards. Okay.
Okay.
Shayapuf. Or Shayapuf.
This is a problem, though, because now there's two royal guards.
Menthuyupi. Menthuyupi.
Menthuyupi.
Those names, man. Shayapuf. Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, I know. Just do it!
Yeah. And then the king.
Oh. Yeah, because she's a specialist.
Yeah.
Is she gonna get something that will, like, animate corpses? Like, bring Kite back to life temporarily?
I think if anything, she wants to talk to Kite. Oh.
Wow.
What the heck?
Okay. All right.
Oh my gosh.
And Gun and Killer are wanting to go back there.
Yeah. I love how, like, her anxiety is just basically her power in a lot of ways. Dang, she really is blushing and, like, focused on God. Like, I want to know what type of things are in this magazine. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Now we get into the ending.
All right. So we got
Beautiful
a bunch of shooting
stars.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, they're facing different directions.
Oh. Yeah, that would have
Kite.
been just a little bit of a,
Yeah.
spoiler,
Jane.
I think.
All the people important to him.
Right. And then
Killua, and then the
Uh-huh.
moments that are important to him.
Right, exactly.
Everything's related to Gon.
Oh.
You notice how Gon didn't have Killua in his
Yeah.
bits
I know.
there. Oh, it's showing all new
Yeah, the
characters.
assassins
I
and her.
see.
Okay. That almost makes it seem Netero kind of disappeared there.
Well, I think this is going to be an arc where a lot of people will die.
Uh-huh.
So I think it's more of a question of like what
Right.
what will happen to our main characters, because we know there will be a lot of Oh, that was cool, throwing a star
Yeah.
back.
Uh-huh. I gotta say, I really like endings that take place on the beach. Like,
Yeah.
ever since Black Lagoon, I have a very strong positive association with those. Cool. All right.
Ooh.
So we've set the stakes and the path moving forward.
Yes, but we have the biggest plot twist of all, like, happening right now. Kite is frozen in ice.
Well, okay, yes.
What the heck?
Right.
Whose head was that then?
Well, I think that was Kite's, but they basically just still put it in there with the body, and just froze
we
the
might
whole
not
thing.
have seen the intersection of where
the
head
neck
and
connected to
the
the body.
neck,
Yeah.
That's true. Another thing that's possible is that when Neferpito was considering what its abilities would be, because it's a
Right.
specialist, Neferpito might have decided retroactively that it would have some kind of power along the lines of like a support thing, some kind of restoration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. The things that come to mind are things like, if I'm trying to think of something that's really like overpowered and strong,
yeah.
or something relatively simple but has like insane potential, and something actually along the lines of, you're gonna laugh that I referenced this, but Orihime's restore. No, I'm serious. Like that's we could have something similar to that.
Yeah.
Where take something and essentially restore it back to its original past state.
And unlike Orihime or Inoue or whatever, as has been displayed, Neferpito is actually dangerous in a fight and can hold her own.
Well, that's also due to just, utilization of aura.
Right.
Like, just basics makes anyone strong.
Right. Yeah.
But Hatsu is the specialization of their techniques.
However they end up like explaining what
is going on
specialization
with
ends
Kite.
up happening and bringing Kite back, because I'm guessing that's what they're doing here. That's going to be insane because then Gon will be like, "See, I told ya, we're gonna save Kite." And
They're
there
like,
he
yeah,
is.
there's Kite, and then she just
And
kills
Kill was
him
like,
again.
"Wait a minute, wasn't he losing an arm before?" And then.
What I'm worried about is that Neferpito's ability, it's some kind of like desire to just kill Kite over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So
I'm getting like a mummy vibe.
Ooh,
Like,
sure.
Like Kite
sure.
ends up being like a puppet of hers. That way we can still get something like I talked about before, where the idea that Gon has to kill Kite, except instead of the case of like Kite being like absorbed into like the king or whatever. Right. It's that Kite is just resuscitated.
Yeah, that would be quite terrifying. Basically, Neferpito's ability would be something along the lines of, if you're dead, Neferpito can control you.
Right. Even if you died when
reanimate
you were killed.
Yeah.
So now, okay. Now here's something I want to bring up. If they end up doing that, they'll need to be very clever with how they specifically say Neferpito does it, because anytime you have dead characters being brought back, that can kind of destabilize the plot of the story.
But we don't actually know anything yet, so we're theorizing.
This is all
I wouldn't
theorizing.
worry about that.
Okay.
So we have kind of a cool like three-dimensional situation with regards to groups that want to go to NGL, but they're not valid yet. Right. So we have Knuckle and Shoot, which is another group of two, essentially. We have Bisky, And we have...
Thank you for bringing Bisky
yes,
back.
Bisky is fantastic. But
Yes.
the other girl... creepy...
Yeah, I
weird.
can't remember if she actually gave her name.
I don't know if she gave her name either.
The apprentice of Nov.
Yes,
who
the
is
apprentice
quite
of Nov.
head over heels for him, but also seems to be getting the hots for Gon.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We don't know how old she is.
It's less creepy than Hisoka. So.
It's slightly less creepy than Hisoka because hers seems to be less forward. It's more like, oh, am I crushing on him? Oh, I don't know. No, stop thinking these things. No. Right. And Hisoka's just like turn around, please.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah,
oh my.
Yeah.
But okay, so Gon and Killua are going to train with Bisky. Fantastic.
Awesome. Thank you.
That was one of my favorite things about Greed Island. So we're getting more of that. If they defeat Knuckle and Shoot within a month, they can go to NGL. But Knuckle and Shoot also have to defeat... well, wait, no, we don't know that yet. We don't know like what Knuckle and Shoot's actual conditions are.
Right.
We assumed that that's what they are because...
They did seem to be
eager
to fight them and all that.
They're eager to fight them. There's really nothing else that it could be.
Right.
I mean, there's things that it could be, sure, but we don't know, like, if they have maybe less time. Maybe they have to do it within 2 weeks.
Sure. Or they have to beat...
Or something.
They have to beat Nov's apprentice, and she doesn't
sure.
have to beat anybody. She just has to make sure that Gon and Killua get strong enough to defeat...
right.
Knuckle and Shoot. Now,
she's not even supposed to be here. Also,
now here's that's right. Yeah. Now here's something that I just thought of that makes me worried. So they just killed off Kite, who's kind of the mentor figure for this arc,
but he's alive somewhat.
Yeah, he's gonna be some sort.
He will be brought back into the story. That's the point of this whole.
He's not
thing
completely removed from the story, but they brought back Bisky into the story.
Now, but she's not going anywhere near the Chimera Ants.
Yeah,
right now.
I don't think she has a reason to go anywhere near the Chimera Ants, so that's good. But there's that small part of me that's wondering, did they bring her back to kill her off?
No.
I hope not.
HunterxHunter doesn't plot line like that. Like we've watched enough HunterxHunter to know that.
Well, no, I know that they wouldn't do it just for that, but they could easily come up with a reason for Bisky to go to NGL or fight the Chimera Ants or whatever, and that just makes me worried because Bisky's too awesome, and please don't do that.
Yeah, I don't know why you would think that. I think that it's wildly off. Bisky's character is one that doesn't have really any like battle hungry like tendencies.
That's true.
She's if anything the exact opposite of that. She is kind of the biggest like pacifist of everyone in the entire show we've ever seen.
She can
thus
hold
far.
her own in a fight, but she doesn't go seeking those things out.
Right. So no.
Okay.
If anything, what we should be more worried about is when characters encounter Chimera Ants outside of the whole area of NGL.
Yeah.
And that might happen post Netero Squad, which you saw the opening thing and you said like Netero kind of disappeared as a star or something like that.
An ending, yeah.
Yeah, well, here's the thing that kind of foreshadowed. Netero's talk with his squad was fantastic.
Yep.
One of the things that they brought up was that Netero is like half of his normal strength because he's half
old.
of his maximum strength because he's old.
Yeah.
And I think this is cool because age does, affect your physicality.
Right.
It makes sense. They're not immune to that in this world.
Right.
Which makes sense. But that only correlates to aura output.
Right.
Now, here's the other thing that they brought up is that, while Netero is crazy, like Bisky said, like the things that he would demand of people doing in a month would have normal people taking a year to do.
Exactly.
Which means Netero is good. Like, he's good.
Right.
Like, Netero is the chairman of the HunterxHunter organization for a reason.
Exactly. Not because he's the strongest.
Right, exactly. Because he is he is the longest lived hunter maybe in the world right now.
Yeah, that
could definitely be it. That he has gone on the most missions. He's maybe
seen some stuff. He's been around the block.
Like maybe he has some really good diplomacy skills that have moved him up the ranks or the echelon, so to speak. Maybe he is one of the like just the highest ranked 3-star hunters out there.
Yeah, maybe it's one of those things where it's just like he is insanely good at adapting to situations.
Right.
So even if he's fighting someone that's much better than him, he can figure it out and work with it, roll with the punches, and take him down.
But what's cool, though, is that we saw the Hatsu of Nav being used in conjunction with Morel. Now, the thing is that when we first were introduced to Morel, he was already holding the big pipe.
Right.
But the thing is, it looked like Nav conjured it.
It also could have
and gave it to Morel, who then used it probably in conjunction with whatever his abilities are.
It also could have been something where, well, okay, yeah, that could totally be it, where basically Nav was helping him like amplify his abilities or whatever.
I'm just getting the vibe that these three's Hatsus are synergistic. They came together specifically because they can all work as a like perfect unit.
Sure. Well, and
that's really exciting to think about.
One of the other things that I'm curious about is that since there's your Hatsu specialization, right, which is the branch,
right,
but then there's like techniques that you can do, and
your techniques can be from anything, except specialist, which is you know only accessible by specialists, but you'll have less effectiveness depending on how far away on the tree branch it is.
But that also means that if you are someone who's been around for a long time and has practiced a lot, you might have your signature technique that you're the best at, but you would also probably have others. So it could also be something where like, okay, yeah, it's like maybe they didn't actually like, you know, grow up together and do all this stuff and you know, from the very beginning, but because they've been around so long, they've been like, oh yeah, we're the duo that goes on the crazy missions together.
I believe that.
We've been doing that for 20 years or something. So they ended up developing like techniques specifically for things like this.
I'm trying to see if there's been any hints regarding that. I think they have some kind of banter that we've seen in this episode and the previous episode that would insinuate that they have some past history together. It's not like they assembled just for this mission for the first time.
Well, and when they're as good as they are, they probably like know each other.
No. I think that's that's inferring a bit too much because this world is a very big world and there's probably a lot of hunters.
Yeah.
So what I would say is that another piece of evidence for that is we don't have to kind of guess, is we can just look at the fact that their students are being pitted against each other,
right?
Which seems like a very kind of, hey, your students against my students, like see who's better, right?
A little bit of a measuring contest here,
potentially. I mean, the girl, the creepy girl, we don't know her. Like, we just forgot her name. Like, she's just so weird. We don't know exactly if she was like supposed to be there,
right?
I mean, we could go back and check before we watch the next episode, but
yeah,
her whole character is one that's so unique and bizarre
as far as like designs go, like to grab attention and, you know, aggressively introduce the character.
It works. It's one of those characters though that like I don't like the character. She's not entertaining,
but she's very different,
very different, and very funny. Like that's the part that is entertaining, is that her shtick, if you will, is absolutely hilarious. I've never seen this extreme of that example used in a character in combination with the
that's
terrifying killer with crippling anxiety. Like it's very, very unique. So there's that.
There is that.
Bisky being back though means that Gon and Killua will have an earned power spike. Now, here's the thing in shonen that is often a problem that HunterxHunter definitely avoids, is we would only have this type of training, the kind of training, and then they're done. Then they've grown in power and they've learned techniques out of thin air.
Exactly.
I mean, well, let's not be that disrespectful of all shonen, but like the point is that this would be considered training. But we know, because this is Bisky, she's actually trying to figure out a way for them to be able to increase their aura output, because Ren is about essentially like charging up your aura.
Exactly. And then she's going to be like, all right, now let's teach you some applications
of the aura that you've built up.
Foundation. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So if they can hold charging up of Ren for 3 hours.
Yes.
I think what that is let's say they're about to enter NGL, right? And they're thinking, okay, you're going to be in here making your mission for a day, and then you're going to leave and recharge. But you need to be able to build up enough aura that when you go in here, you're not having to like rest or anything.
You could potentially be fighting for 3 hours straight and be okay.
Well, I don't. I'm trying to say that. No, there's nothing in the show that says that charging Ren for 3 hours equals 3 hours expenditure of aura. You could expend all the aura in 2 seconds. But the idea is that you would have higher output potential. Like think about it this way. Ren is basically the thing that increases your maximum mana, right? And you're also like filling it up, essentially.
You're stockpiling. Yeah.
You're stockpiling, yeah.
Right.
It pushes out your limits. And she's saying, I want you to be able to do that for 3 hours. And they're like, what? We can get 10,000 mana? Like, I've only be able to do 2,000 mana.
Sure.
And if you have 10,000 mana, it's like for every 2 mana, you can do X plus, 2X damage or something. So Gon's, rock would be that much stronger.
Sure.
It's then I'm curious about what you said exactly. What kind of applications, new applications could they have with the aura, aka mana, that they would be able to acquire? And that's the kind of stuff that makes HunterxHunter specials. It's all going to tie back into Nen and their Hatsu.
Exactly. Yep.
And last time they did this, Killua got his lightning, his stuff, and was able to utilize that more. So I'm looking forward to more techniques with that. And also that's a near limitless array of types of techniques you could get.
Back when they trained before, Gon learned the whole rock paper scissors thing.
Right.
But he only ever did rock. Now in a previous fight with Yunju, I believe, he did scissors.
Scissors,
and he just cut him in half. Right. So
pretty effective.
So that means that we might get to see Gon going into
paper,
not just enhancer techniques, but like the paper
emitter,
and scissors type stuff. Emitter, transmuter, that kind of thing, which would be really cool to see, because then the fights that he does have can be a lot more like ingrained in like strategy and stuff, rather than like, okay, wait for them to get close and then just kabam.
Also, here's another thing. We bring up the fact that the Chimera ants are extremely strong. Over and over again, they brought it up in this episode and the previous one that
the Royal Guard.
Yes, but here's the thing. When we go back to previous arcs, we have seen how characters defeated opponents that were way stronger than them.
Yes.
By doing the whole vow condition thing. What word of those was used over and over again this episode? Condition, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's a little bit of subtle inferring.
Right. It's like the masters are teaching them while they're sending them away to go learn apart from them.
Right. It's almost like they're giving them a hint of like.
Right.
Like that's the thing. When I think of Netero being strong, I think of him being like, okay, like I'm really good. Like I have a lot of techniques and stuff. But I think that Netero, having lived this long, probably has a ton of techniques with conditions and stuff. Yeah. That he can apply in very specific circumstances.
This one out that fits just perfectly for this situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if Gon and Killua can do that, they can make up for their essential, in Shonen terms, power gap.
Right.
With some very clever countering techniques, because they know what Chimera ants are kind of like.
It almost seems like, in addition to training with Bisky, they should just be like, doot, 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 doot. Hey, Kurapika, so how was it that, walk us through all that stuff that you did to be able to take on the Phantom Troop like that?
Well, who's probably just going to bring it up is the smartest person in their crew, Killua.
Right.
I think Killua is just going to go to Bisky and ask the question, like, hey, what's the deal with this? Because, with our Ren output, we can't move fast enough.
We're still better than we were, like a little while ago. And that's great, but
we're still useless.
Right.
Exactly. I think this is going to be a thing where we could see specifically a lot more like unique applications beyond just the Hatsu specializations. I'm really excited for Killua in particular, because I feel like this show is moving Killua more and more into a like bigger kind of role within the story.
It almost seems like they've decided, I can't remember what point it was, probably when they went to the Heaven's Arena, but they basically decided, all right, pretty much from here on out, with the exception of like York New, we're gonna make this be a dual main character story.
Yes.
Rather than like Gon being the main character, then Killua, Kurapika, and Leorio being there too.
Right.
And now it's like the main character, it's Gon, but it's also kind of Killua. It's,
right.
It's the both of them together.
Yeah.
So that means it's going to be exciting stuff because they'll probably address them both equally as far as character development goes.
Something that works with that is they could make up some kind of conditions that rely on each other.
Ooh.
I would be really excited of that.
Yes.
Like some kind of things that make them have to work together, and then that means that together they're stronger. It's a power of friendship thing.
It's a total power of friendship thing.
But it's clever because it would work. Now, I can't think of any like high risk conditions that they could actually come up with.
Right.
Because that was what kind of made the it needs to be a really like strong, like hard to achieve condition essentially.
Right. Because I guess
what Kurapika's was.
Right, and even with Kurapika, it was something where it's the Phantom Troop, so it's a group of individuals, right? A small group. Whereas with, say, the Chimera Ants, there's going to be tons of Chimera Ants,
right.
so that's not as selective of a condition. Now, the thing for if Kurapika ever broke that condition, dying, right, instead of just losing Nen, that certainly helped.
Yeah, I don't think they can do something like that. Like rinse, repeat, Kurapika's kind of thing, but for Chimera Ants.
Right.
The thing, though, that's interesting is that we have to think about Killua, where he's at as a character, and Gon, where he's at.
Right.
Now, here's the thing. The show has brought Kite somehow kind of into the story a little bit more. Now, we might be getting debated into thinking that, like, Kite is alive, but he is that he isn't,
or that he's going to be a zombie, but she's actually going to like harvest his energy or something.
Basically,
like
there's a 1% chance of a hopeful, happy ending for Gon and Kite. That's it, 1%, even less, maybe like a 1 in a million, maybe a 1 in a million almost.
Yeah,
but
so you're telling me there's a chance.
But that's where Gon's head is at. He's like, so you're telling me there's a chance?
Yep.
Killua is smart enough to go, that's not practical. That's not plausible. That's not possible.
In a lot of ways, it's kind of like Gon takes the whole thing of the approach of like, saving Kite and stuff in the same way that the anxiety lady does of like, I love Nov so much. It's like she's probably thinking like, has their wedding all planned out, and it's like, we're going to be together and it's going to be happy forever and it's going to be amazing.
Right, but she's also aware of her own like
that's true. So in some ways, she's further ahead than Gon.
Yeah. So but what I'm worried about is this is something we've been theorizing for a while. Is like Gon. He's just more rash than Killua, and if they go into things of where like they're wanting to basically utilize Bisky's training, and if they go into conditions and things like that, I could see Gon doing something like Kurapika
essentially
did, and then being like, if I use my Nen on anything outside of a Chimera Ant, I'll die, like something like that. Like Killua would be smart enough to go, I still have my brother out there. Like I cannot do that condition. I'm not stupid enough.
Like, no. I'm good. But discretion is the better part of valor.
Yeah, but the more and more it gets pushed back, the more and more it gets delayed on the whole thing of Gon realizing that there's no hope for Kite, essentially. Yeah. Or if there is any hope, it's just not practical to go after it. It's chasing a phantom, if you will. I'm worried about both of them because Killua really cares for Gon.
Oh, yeah.
Really cares for Gon. I like how in the ending there...
They showcased that so well.
They showcased two characters and or moments that kind of mean a lot to them. For Gon, it was Jing and Kite. And not in that order.
Oh.
Think about that.
Oh.
Think about that. Because in the first episode of the original thing, Kite is essentially the one that gives him the modus operandi to go into this, and kind of the first one that believes in him for that. But Killua's are all moments past like past special moments, and my favorite episode was one of them, the campfire bit.
Oh yeah.
So
that one was so good.
Oh man, I'm very, very worried right now. But how about the squad of 3 and their whole encounter with kind of the bunnies thing, and Neferpito kind of like thinking about this,
right,
and stuff,
and the whole thing of the
like the timetable.
All right, we're going to take
stuff.
them out quickly, quietly,
one at a time.
One at a time.
Yeah,
like 2 months is a long time. Like
I could see them killing hundreds of chimera ants in that time. Like a lot. And not necessarily really strong ones.
No, but 2 months is 60 days.
But let's be real. One of them has some kind of information gathering technique, right? What if they just kill one, and if that chimera ant has ever encountered the queen, they're just like, boop, now we know where the queen is. We have a geographical location.
One of us will create a distraction or whatever.
And the other one will just, boom, go in and like set a Nen bomb like in the nest.
Kill the queen and then destroy the eggs. Boom, there you go.
Yeah, I'm more of thinking that nest is going to be suffering some serious damage. But what I think is probably the most likely is that none of these 3 will die like really quickly. But the whole egg thing of the king, that whatever they've got his egg kind of situated, is like there's misdirects involved in that.
Sure.
Because now that the people inside can use Nen, walking into a Nen labyrinth with
and they said that there was an N field, like, so they like, it doesn't matter if they use that suit, they'll be able to tell, unless they were able to like lure Neferpito and the other one away, possibly, if the N was coming from them.
Yeah, we aren't aware also of like if it's like a bunch of users all just constantly sending out an N field for that,
exactly,
or if it's a specific person.
Because if it's
like a specific
if it's a network, that could work a lot better, because then only 1 or 2 might know where they are once they enter. But if it's like Neferpito's doing the whole thing, then that poses different challenges.
Yeah, I would say no, because it was coming from the nest, and Neferpito was on the little cliff side to the left.
Possibly.
But yeah, now we have weird new names to remember for the other royal guard.
Right.
And I will get notes and write them down from the previous episode, but I'm not even going to try and remember some of them, because one was like Nenthgiu or something, and one of them has telepathy, though.
That's true.
That was very terrifying to think about. I don't think anyone so far... Well, kind of the girl that we just met. She has some kind of...
She had some way to...
divination technique.
Right, even though she's an enhancer.
Which is also very crazy to think about. So I think we just got another dump of good info.
Right.
And we'll be getting some training coming up. But we're going to need some time to process, like, a lot of this new information.
Yeah.
And I can tell that they're going to be moving into a little bit of a slower bit.
Sure.
But did you notice how well they jumped between like different things across this episode?
Yep.
I want to see that form of storytelling going forward. We have a lot of different people in a lot of different areas doing a lot of different things. Let's jump around between them with clever direction. And at least move the story along relatively...
Right, because...
at a relatively good pace, at least for one story. Whereas one can be put on the hold for a little bit.
Exactly, and that's a way they can have a training arc that lasts for a whole month, right? And really go in depth with it, while at the same time keeping things exciting, because you've got the action and espionage and sabotage and stealth that's going on at the actual Chimera Ant nest.
It's pretty ambitious. There's a lot of characters in this arc, if you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, like, not all of them are like even remotely important.
No.
In terms of like long-term stuff, and who I think is probably going to be one of the most important isn't even born yet.
Well, like the king.
Yeah.
Well,
hey. Yeah. You know what? That's actually a good point. The timetable thing of 1 month is probably because Netero thinks the king will be born in 2 months, and they want everyone there before the king is born. So 1 month was probably Netero's just hands being tied of like, well, no one's gonna get this in a month, but hey, if they can, then we'll actually have maybe
we might actually be able to use them.
Against the king when
because
when this becomes a problem.
The king's gonna be an issue.
Did you get the vibe actually that Neferpito being the first royal guard might be a little bit stronger?
Yes.
Like
I did.
Like the other one, there wasn't any emphasis put on the. I know Neferpito had this dramatic entrance, like it was very well done,
and because she was the first, that kind of makes sense because it's breaking through the current ceiling of what you have,
right?
So it makes sense that there would be that dramatic entrance, and it would make it seem more powerful. And she killed Kite, right? Whereas this guy, he's appeared. And we know that he's one of the royal guards, so he's probably somewhere around the same level as Neferpito.
Hey, he is a butterfly, and we all saw what happened when Aizen went full butterfly, so he's probably pretty powerful. He might just be the one that's actually the sneakiest, so Neferpito didn't notice he was there until he was like...
fabulous.
That's also true. Fabulousness does equal increased multiplier on power levels.
Oftentimes, yes.
Oftentimes, especially in JoJo's. But, yep. All right, guys, this was a lot of fun. A lot of just crazy stuff happening, and we might have gotten a couple things wrong here and there.
Probably.
But we'll be kind of going over a lot of the details and stuff before the next episode's reaction. But if you want to check out the next episode's reaction, next two ones now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access. Comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us about stories or pretty much anything there. And yeah, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.